Today we turn to the story of a remarkable king of Judah, King Hezekiah. His story, found in 2 Kings 18-20 and Isaiah 38, teaches us profound lessons about faith, obedience, and the extraordinary grace of God. Hezekiah's life challenges us in many ways. He was a man who did what was right in the eyes of the Lord, a man who turned to God in his suffering, and a man who received an extension of life from God himself. Through Hezekiah, God reveals how even the righteous may suffer, yet God's purpose shines through it all. Before we start, if you have not subscribed our YouTube channel, please subscribe and like and comment. 1. Hezekiah did what was right in the sight of the Lord. Hezekiah ascended to the throne of Judah when the nation was spiritually broken. His father, King Ahaz, was a wicked king who led Judah into idolatry, even desecrating the temple and closing its doors. But Hezekiah, unlike his father, chose the path of righteousness. Despite the example set before him, Hezekiah had a heart that sought after God. The Bible tells us in 2 Kings 18:3 that he did what was right in the sight of the Lord. Hezekiah cleansed the temple, reinstated true worship, and rid the land of idols. He took a bold stand for righteousness, and God blessed him for it. This teaches us a powerful lesson. No matter what background we come from or the sins of our parents, we can choose to live for God. Hezekiah did not blame his father's wickedness or use it as an excuse to follow the same path. Instead, he became a beacon of hope and revival in Judah. Our past does not define us. Our faith and actions do. Each of us has the choice to follow the Lord and do what is right in His sight. 2. Hezekiah's prayer for life. Extension, the power of earnest prayer. As Hezekiah approached the end of his life, he fell gravely ill. God sent the prophet Isaiah to him with a message: "Set your house in order, for you shall die and not live." Isaiah 38:1. But Hezekiah did something incredible. He turned his face to the wall and earnestly prayed to God, reminding God of his faithfulness and pleading for more time. Hezekiah's prayer was fervent and heartfelt. He didn't turn to anyone else but to the Lord, whom he knew was the source of life. In response to Hezekiah's prayer, God sent Isaiah back with a new message. "I have heard your prayer. I have seen your tears. Surely I will add to your days 15 years. Isaiah 38 verse 5. What a powerful reminder that God hears the prayers of the righteous. Hezekiah's prayer teaches us the importance of coming before God in our deepest moments of need. He knew who to turn to, and he poured out his heart before God. It is an example for us. When we are faced with struggles or challenges, we must go to God in prayer with faith that He hears and cares. 3. Don't blame your parents or background. Hezekiah's father was known for his wickedness, yet Hezekiah did not follow in his father's footsteps. This shows us that our background, our family, and our environment do not have to determine our future. We can break free from negative cycles, from destructive influences, and choose a new path, one that aligns with God's will. Some people carry the burden of their family's sins or negative patterns, feeling that they are trapped by their heritage. Hezekiah's life shows us that, with God, we are not prisoners of our past. God offers each of us a fresh start, a chance to walk in His ways and establish a legacy of faith. Let us therefore not use our past as an excuse, but seek God's help to create a new path forward. 4th, God allows the righteous to suffer for His glory. Hezekiah's life was one marked by righteousness, yet he faced illness and the threat of death at a young age. Why would a God-fearing man suffer in such a way? Here we find a profound mystery of our faith. Sometimes God allows even His faithful servants to go through hardships. This suffering serves a purpose beyond what we can see, often to reveal God's power, deepen our faith, or glorify His name. In Hezekiah's case, God used his illness and his miraculous recovery as a testimony of His power and mercy. Likewise, when we encounter suffering, we may not always understand why, but we can trust that God has a greater purpose for it. Our pain can serve to deepen our relationship with God and become a witness of His goodness to others. Whom do you turn to when you suffer? When faced with terminal illness, Hezekiah turned immediately to God in prayer. He didn't complain, question, or blame others. He turned his face to the wall and poured out his soul to the Lord. This shows us that in times of suffering, we must turn to God, not to people, idols, or distractions. Hezekiah knew that only God could change his situation. He didn't seek help from foreign powers, idols, or worldly wisdom. In our darkest moments, we must also turn to God, for He is our refuge, our comfort, and our healer. People may offer temporary relief, but only God has the power to heal and deliver fully. 6. What will you do with your extended life? When God granted Hezekiah 15 more years of life, He gave him a unique opportunity. With this extension, Hezekiah had a choice. How would he use the extra time God had given him? We too must ask ourselves, if God extends our life, what will we do with it? Will we dedicate it to serving Him, loving others, and fulfilling His purposes? We should not wait until we face death to ponder how we live. Every day is a gift from God, and we are called to use it wisely. If God grants us more time, let us commit it to living in His will, drawing closer to Him, and sharing His love with others. The story of Hezekiah teaches us to choose righteousness, to turn to God in prayer, and to live each day as a gift from God. We are reminded that, like Hezekiah, we can overcome our past, trust God in our suffering, and use our lives for His glory. Let us live with the same heart as Hezekiah, dedicated to doing what is right in the eyes of the Lord, quick to turn to Him in times of need, and grateful for each day He grants us. May God find in each of us a heart that longs for Him, and may our lives bring glory to His name, now and always. Amen. If you have been blessed by this video, please do subscribe to our channel. It will inspire us to bring more such videos. See you in the next video. God bless you.